Hey there, viewers. So today we are going to listen to Naina Moray from Coke Studio Season 10 of Pakistan. And this is probably one of the best songs of Coke Studio Pakistan that I've ever listened to. This is a song which, whenever I listen, I find something new in it to cherish. And I think Haris would agree with me on that.
Right there in top 10 of Coke Studio all time. I mean,
Right.
Coke Studio has gone like season 14
14.
seasons,
Hmm.
and this has to be right up there in top 10. It showcases some of the most brilliant performances
Yeah.
apart from vocals and it features Aamir Zaki, one of the best guitarists of Pakistan.
Yeah.
Late Aamir
Late
Zaki.
Ahmad Zaki.
Also, this particular song has one of the best sarangi pieces that I've ever heard,
Yeah.
along with along with beautiful drums. I mean, Aahad is there, right? I mean, I would have to list down every single thing.
Every single thing about this song is just
So
incredible.
let's get into it and then we talk about it.
Yep. Let's start then.
All right, three, two, one, play.
Coke
It's a
Studios Season
10-minute
10.
long song, but it doesn't feel like it. Forever in our hearts, Aamir Zaki. Forever.
वो कौन है सा जो तेरी शक्ल दिखा दे
Right from the start.
वो कौन है ऐसा जो तेरी शक्ल दिखा दे
His vocal texture has so much power.
कौन है ऐसा जो तेरी शक्ल दिखा दे एहसान है उसका जो मुझे मुझसे मिला दे हाँ
This guy.
एहसान है उसका जो मुझे मुझसे मिला दे
Master. Master. And this guitar piece. Such a beautiful sound.
नैना मोरे तरस गए नैना मोरे तरस गए आजा बलम परदेस नैना मोरे तरस गए आजा बलम परदेसी
Oh,
मोर पपी हम
this koel.
कोयल बोले
Just like koel.
मुझ बिरह का जिया डोले मोर पपी हम कोयल बोले मुझ बिरह का जिया डोले
Oh.
काले बादल बरस गए
Goosebumps.
काले बादल बरस गए आजा बलम परदेस नैना मोरे
How many people can do it?
Effortless. He did it effortless. Oof, oof, oof. Each and every transition.
on point.
On point.
Doesn't let the tempo down. Oh. Bass.
This part. This entire
the tabla, the claps.
Just focus on drum here.
Aahad.
नैना मोरे तरस गए आजा बलम परदेस
Drums.
खुली रही आँखें
ते माने अटकया माने अटकया बेपरवाह दे नाल माने अटकया बेपरवाह दे नाल नैना मोरे तरस गए नैना मोरे तरस गए आजा बलम परदेस नैना
This steals my breath away
I'm
every
numb.
single time. Every single time. And doesn't get old.
Never.
Doesn't get old.
Never will, at least for me. Never will.
And it's like I get goosebumps every
Every
time I
time.
listen to the
Every time.
song. It has one of the most brilliant performances. Not one or
Performances.
two.
Plural, yeah.
Not one or two. One of, I mean, Ahad's best performance
Hands down.
ever in Coke Studio.
Hands down.
The best drum play, not only drum play, but the mixing of the sound of the drum is very warm
Yeah.
and it goes to your heart. You know that this it has a lot of bass that goes to your heart. You know, it's like your chest is thumping.
Yeah.
The guitar in the beginning, in the very beginning,
The acoustic.
it had that, yeah, it has this very warm tones as well. Sarangi, one of the most beautiful.
Beautiful song.
Now Sarangi is like going up my list and probably taking over sitar, definitely. And I mean, go you go. I need to catch my breath.
Okay, so we listened to Haina Express of Shana Bangla Circus, and we said that it was probably the highest form of art that we have experienced, right? This track is the highest form of art that I have experienced from Coke Studio, Pakistan, because it has Thumri, the part which
Yes,
Javed Bashir was singing. It has, sorry, Akbar Ali was singing.
Akbar Ali.
Javed Bashir was singing Qawwali, and it has Western instruments played alongside those two.
Exactly, exactly. It was a fusion of jazz, blues on guitar, and you know,
Yeah,
and a fusion with Tomri and Kavali. I'm not sure if what Javed Bashir was doing was Kavali. I'm not sure, but I can be wrong. The thing is that I have negative knowledge when it comes to classical music. It's not. It's even in the negative space.
yeah,
So I can be wrong, but it was
but
amazing fusion. One of the best fusions
exactly
ever.
the best fusions ever. You have merged three different kinds of music into one track, and not only the song itself, the poetry that they are singing, it might sound like a love song, but it's more than that. It's basically a Sufi song that they have tried to
Yeah.
sing here, and the sense of longing that both of the singers have communicated. Akbar Ali was probably the dark horse of this particular track. Most of the people have listened to Javed Bashir because he was part of Mika Hassan band. Many people in Pakistan didn't know about Akbar Ali before this track. Many people. Probably some people already knew him. But I personally didn't know Akbar Ali before this particular track. And
Majority don't.
yeah, majority didn't before this particular track. And I mean, you have Eastern instrument sarangi, which is playing along, and then when the sarangi ends, the electronic guitar kicks in. So Eastern instrument and then the Western instrument being played together, seamlessly integrated.
and they are not jarring.
They are not.
The progression was not jarring.
No, not at all.
Every single thing. So we were talking recently in one of our tracks of losing of tempos, different tempos, not working out together. I'm sorry. But here, no instrument alone is overshadowing everything else.
Yeah.
Each instrument and each musician has given space and respect to others.
Yeah.
I think one exception here is again Ahad. He takes, he improves sometimes. Maybe I feel like it. Maybe I'm wrong. But apart from him, each instrument and each musician, they didn't go overboard. You know, they didn't try to show off what they can do. It's about precision of notes. It's about quality over quantity, and this is demonstrated very well by Aamir Zaki. You know, Aamir Zaki is one of the best guitarists of his generation.
Yeah.
He passed away, a huge tragedy. But let's talk about Aamir Zaki a little bit. One of the best guitarists, one of the most soulful. If you go back to his work, his guitar work, his solos are one of the most beautiful, soulful solos. It has a lot of meaning, a lot of emotions, and he doesn't go about being Steve Vai, you know, shredding the guitar,
Yeah. Yeah.
jamming in 32 notes, working on the 32nd fretboard, you know, this. But if you go back to this particular solo, you would see that it was less number of notes, but a lot more meaning,
Meaning.
a
Yeah.
lot of, a lot more soul to it. And in this small period of time, the solo was very small. The each single note and the progression between those notes communicated so much,
Yeah.
so much.
I want to mention three things quickly. One, the brain behind this particular track, Jafar Zadi. So
Yes,
the way
yes,
he
Jafar Zadi,
has
of course.
the way he has composed this particular track and the fusion that he has created is just phenomenal. I would urge our viewers to go back to timestamp 5 of the original track and listen 1 minute onwards. I think the drum that you would experience is something that I keep listening again and again. Ahad probably is one of the best, not one of the best, the best drummer for me of the current generation. I'm sorry, Bilawal Lauti. I'm a big fan. But Ahad is something else. He is the best drummer of the current
Absolutely.
lot. The kind of song that we have, the composition that was there, the time signature of this particular track, the drum was holding the whole track seamlessly. I mean, you might feel that he is going overboard, but for me, he just did his part to the fullest.
Absolutely. I mean, on this note, I would just add one more thing. That yes, go back, listen to the whole track, and just focus on the drums.
Drums, just
Just
focus on.
focus on the drums, and then go back and just focus on the guitars and the bass and that, you know, tabla.
Yeah,
But for me, what stands out again, I think in this particular track, Ahad improved a little bit and went overboard in a very good way.
good way.
At least I loved it, right? I We are not going to talk a lot about Javed Bashir and Akbar Ali because it would take a lot of time. Also, we are not
Qualified.
anyway qualified. Exactly. But this track, I mean, what can we say? One of the absolute masterpieces of modern times.
Yeah.
Absolute masterpieces throughout, I would say, a decade or two, especially coming from Pakistan. I wouldn't say that it's of subcontinent, but especially from
From
Pakistan,
Pakistan,
this one track,
definitely.
it's like right up there, one of the absolute masterpieces. And I agree with
100%.
you. It's definitely for me in top 10, if not top 3. it might be top three if I look back, but man, one of the best in each aspect. Now, I just want to say one thing. When Akbar Ali says Koyo, you know, he sounds like Koyo. And each time I hear this song, this thought comes to my mind. Okay, he's gonna sound like Koyo. He's gonna sound like Koyo. Uh, so yeah, please
Just listen to
go
the
listen to
part
the
when,
original
yeah,
track.
absolutely. When he sings Koyal Bole, when he says Bole,
Yes,
it's absolutely like a Koyal is singing. So he has done it this way, and it's brilliant. I mean, you already mentioned that we are not qualified enough to talk about both the vocalists. They just stole the show anyway. But I want our viewers to focus on the camaraderie and the respect both of them have for each other.
exactly.
The way they are looking at each other when the other guy is singing, it just shows
Yes,
the respect for the true class
yes.
that they have.
The admiration. You
The
know, you
admiration.
could see at one point Akbar Ali is looking at Javed Bashir, and he has this expression of awe.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
awestruck.
yeah.
The skill both of these possess is immense.
Immense.
We can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
So
We have to conclude it. We can't talk about their singing prowess, so we have to conclude it here.
yeah, and I'm so excited that my voice is even worse. Like when I get so excited, my blood is pumping. Yeah, I need to catch my breath.
Ooh, uh, I think I would urge all our viewers, as Haris mentioned, just listen to this track again. Try to focus on different part, and you will understand why we love this particular track so much. Um, I won't have anything further to add, so we'll just conclude here. Thank you so much for listening this track with us, experiencing it with us, and we will see you on the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.